Today, we're pleased to announce that there will be two more mass vaccination sites opening up later this month. One is in Natick at the Natick Mall, and the other is in Dartmouth at Circuit City. The folks at Curative who run the site here in Danvers will also be the provider for the Dartmouth site, and the Dartmouth site will open on February 24th. The provider at the Natick site will be LabCorp, a major national lab which has a big footprint in Metro West that also played an important role in the rollout of our testing strategy, and the Natick site will be open on February 22nd. Both sites will be open to all eligible residents, and will start with about 500 doses a day, and will scale up over the next few weeks after that. The Dartmouth site will scale up to about 2,000 doses a day, and the Natick site will scale up to about 3,000 doses a day. And appointments for both of these new sites will be available to book on mass.gov beginning on Thursday, February 18th, which is a week from this Thursday. As the vaccine process continues to grow, we're constantly looking for ways to improve it, and we started to see some progress as nearly 1 million residents have now received vaccines. And on February 1st, we started vaccines for residents that were 75 years old and older. These residents have been getting shots for the past 10 days, and during that time, we've learned that some people might be hesitant to go to a mass vaccination site without a relative or a caregiver. Some residents may be hesitant to go to a mass vaccination site alone, or may have difficulty getting to a site. To support the 75 and older population here in Massachusetts get to a mass vaccination site, we're announcing a new policy to allow one caregiver to join a 75 or older resident here in Massachusetts, and can also schedule their own appointment for a vaccine at the same site on the same day. Any caregiver is eligible to receive the vaccine at the same site as their 75-year-old partner. This includes a family member or a friend who is supporting someone who's 75 years or older. Appointments for 75-year and older residents and their caregivers should be scheduled for the same day and as close together as possible. But if you can't schedule two appointments at the same time or back-to-back, it's okay. The mass vaccination sites will make every effort to take both individuals at the same time. If both the caregiver and the 75-year-old or older resident are unable to use or have difficulty accessing the internet, they can also call 211 for assistance to book both appointments. And this policy will go into effect on Thursday, February 11th, i.e. tomorrow, and it's not applicable for appointments that have already been booked. If a caregiver joins a 75 or older person for their second vaccination and has not yet received their first, the caregiver may receive a first dose while the 75-year-old or older person receives their second. We hope this change will encourage more 75 and older residents to get their vaccines at mass vaccination sites, which have the most availability and are the best suited to provide safe access for our older residents. With phase 2 of our vaccination program, distribution program well underway, we'll continue to make changes based on what we hear from others to improve access and streamline the process. Every week we've been making more progress to make it easier and more efficient for folks to schedule their appointments. And at this point, nearly 1 million doses have been administered here in Massachusetts, and over the past few days, there were thousands of open slots for people to book at our mass vaccination sites. We've launched the new call center and are making continuous improvements to the online scheduling process. We also launched a $2.5 million public awareness campaign to explain the importance of getting vaccinated and how the vaccine is safe and effective. And that campaign is in multiple languages. And we'll also continue to provide access for everyone to conveniently get a vaccine regardless of where you live, within the constraints associated with supply. There's definitely light at the end of this tunnel. We're adding more appointments and capacity each week, and we're committed to moving as quickly as we possibly can along our distribution timeline. Ultimately, we have to rely on the supply that we receive from the federal government, but we will be ready to do more when more vaccine is available.